High School Insiders back once again. Bruce Lurch alongside with Jim Clark here. Hockey's in the leadoff seat. We got a new number one team in the boys' polls. Malden Catholic took down BC High in their rematch last week. But Jim, this week we're going to get away from the watch list in the Super 8 group a little bit. And we're going to talk about some of the smaller divisions. I had the great chance to take in a great game between Medway and Medfield last week in the Tri-Valley League. Great excitement in these teams, and we kind of want to use this to hype up a little bit about some of these public school rivalries that we always hear about.
Tell you what, I really love watching Division II hockey. Like you said, great town rivalries. You get the fans out there, the places are packed. And Division II is going to be really interesting this year because you're throwing teams like Medfield and Medway in there. There were Division III teams. They've really proven they can compete with a Division II. Then you've got some real good public powers. Beverly, obviously, I've had number one all year. Lincoln, Sudbury, and Tewksbury, I know you saw them play a couple weeks ago. Two really solid teams. Then you get some sleeper teams, Plymouth South, Canton, North Reading, I have in my top six in Division II, Westwood, Winthrop. They should be a really good Division II North and South tournament this year.
And over on the girls' side, a couple of teams I want to touch on that have kind of been under the radar, even though they've been in the rankings, and that was Westwood and Andover. They hooked up the other night. Andover has been kind of a surprise. Like, I knew they'd be a good team and a playoff team, but I didn't realize just how good they could be. They're skating up and down the ice. Sophomore Veronica Alloys is a real gem this year for them. And then on the other side, Westwood, they were a semifinalist in Division II last year. They've been in the top 5 all season long in my Division II rankings. Great top line of lacrosse players, Kimmy Gitzi, Kelly Healy, and Ella Hazar. They're piling up points left and right. Goalie Siobhan Burke doing a great job behind them. Two teams we want to have you guys watch out as we get towards the tournament. Now let's throw it over to basketball with the man, Danny V.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll start out with the basketball here, and Tuesday night. I've been in this business 27 years. Yes, I am an old man. I have never seen a game in which both teams hit 100 points. I did see a Tuesday night over at McNeese Pavilion at BC High where Catholic Memorial held off BC High to clinch their first undefeated season in almost 25 years. 106-100 in overtime. Jillian Smith, a junior from Brighton, put the game into overtime with a basket. And then in the extra session was sophomore Kellen Grady, who stepped up with a huge three to break a 91-91 tie, and CM was on their way to victory. Sunday was up at Central Catholic, where Central Catholic and St. John's Prep, great game. Tyler Nelson breaks a 57-all tie with a three-pointer with 55 seconds left. Central Catholic goes on to win that game 63-60. It's a great game there. This weekend, there's a lot of tournaments. Go to the Herald High School Insider website. You go find the tournament closest to your house. A lot of great games there. Over on the girls' side, I think it may have been a little too premature to bury Archbishop Williams yet. Team that was struggling, high expectations, but saddled with injuries and whatever the case may be, sickness, but I'll tell you what, they put it all together Friday night rather, over at St. Mary's, where they handed St. Mary's its second loss of the season, 65-49. Alana Gilmore was a beast in that game, 25 points, 11 rebounds. Leah Spencer was superb with 17 points, and Olivia Conrad chipped in there with 11 rebounds. Archie still has to win a few games to get in the tournament, but I'll tell you what, they will be tested this weekend at the Comcast tournament at Babson. I mean, you look at that, you talk about a star-studded girls field. You got Archie's, you've got Medfield, who will take on Archie's, the number 2 ranked team in the state. The winners have to play number 1 Braintree versus number 5 Westford Academy. And that'll do it for us this week. For Jim Clark and Bruce Lurch, Danny Ventura. Join us next week for the Insiders.